Emmerdale teen Dylan Penders has made a surprise exit plan that could land him in even more trouble with the police. As fans of the ITV soap will know, Dylan, Fred Kettle, and Paddy Dingle, Dominic Brunt, are being charged with perverting the course of justice after they helped cover up Bear Wolf's, Joshua Richards, murder of villain Ray Walters, Joe Absalom. On Thursday, March 19th, Dylan and Paddy arrived home after their bail hearing was brought forward, and they were released. But more trouble lay ahead. The pair were greeted by an ecstatic April Windsor, Amelia Flanagan, before Laurel Thomas, Charlotte Bellamy, raised concern that neither Mandy, Lisa Riley, nor Arthur, Alfie Clark, had been seen in a while. Laurel then checked Arthur's location on her phone and realized he was at the police station, where he had planned to confess to seeing Ray only minutes before his death. Outside the police station, Aaron, Danny Miller, and Mandy were anxiously waiting for Arthur to return when Paddy and Laurel pulled up and foiled their plan. Laurel was furious that Mandy and Aaron had allowed her son Arthur to lie to the police, but the teen soon emerged, saying he couldn't go through with it. Back at home, Paddy and Mandy endured a showdown over how to handle their legal troubles, while his dad, Bear, remained locked up. Dylan arrived home and saw the couple arguing, and when his attempts to stop the quarrel failed, he walked out. As evening arrived, Dylan called April and confirmed he was leaving the village without her. He then confessed he'd posted a letter to the police saying he was the one who killed Ray. Emmerdale fans rushed to social media to question if Dylan Penders had left the ITV soap permanently. Taking to X, one person confessed, "Very sad about Dylan leaving #Emmerdale," as a second asked, "What is that for Dylan? Shocked face, #Emmerdale." A third chimed in, "Dylan lost in fog forever, #Emmerdale," while another commented, "Dylan walks the bridge of doom, #Emmerdale." However, there is still hope that Dylan could return to the village in the near future. Taking to his Instagram story on Thursday, March 19th, Dylan actor Fred Kettle shared a short clip of the Emmerdale set as the sun shone over the fictional village. Fred captioned the post, "Beauty of a day at Emmerdale Village," before commenting, "Spring end that X. Will Dylan return to the Dales? Viewers will have to wait and see what happens next." The village was quiet. Too quiet if it knew something was about to change forever. And at the heart of it all stood Dylan Penders, a boy carrying more weight than anyone his age should ever have to bear. A temporary freedom the doors of the police station had opened. And somehow, Dylan and Paddy Kirk had walked out, bail granted, freedom, for now. But it didn't feel like freedom. It felt like a countdown. A fragile return back in the village. Life tried to resume. April Windsor ran toward them, smiling. Relieved. "You're back," she said, throwing her arms around Dylan. For a moment, just a moment, he smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. Something isn't right inside the house. Unease settled quickly. Laurel Thomas frowned. "Where's Mandy? And Arthur?" No one knew. That was the problem. A dangerous discovery. Laurel checked her phone. Arthur's location. Her face drained of color. "He's at the police station." Panic sets in. Everything moved fast after that. Too fast, because they all knew what it meant. Arthur was going to confess. The race against time outside the station. Aaron Dingle and Mandy Dingle waited anxiously. This was their plan. Their desperate gamble. And now, it was slipping. The confrontation when Paddy and Laurel arrived, the tension exploded. "You let my son do this?" Laurel shouted. Mandy tried to explain. Aaron stayed silent, because there was no good excuse. Arthur's choice then. The doors opened. Arthur Thomas stepped out. "I couldn't do it," he said. Relief flooded Laurel's face. Anger followed quickly behind. A plan collapses, the lie they'd been counting on, gone. Just like that. And with it, any easy way out. Back home. A war of words that night. The house wasn't calm. It was a battlefield. Paddy and Mandy faced each other, both desperate, both right in their own way. "We have to tell the truth," Paddy insisted. "And let you go to prison?" Mandy fired back. Two worlds collide. Paddy's voice was steady. Mandy's was breaking. "This isn't who we are," he said. "This isn't who you are." But Mandy shook her head. "I don't care about who we are. I care about keeping you here." A silent witness in the doorway stood Dylan. Watching, listening, feeling every word like a blow. A boy who doesn't understand love to Dylan. It didn't make sense. The shouting, the anger, the pain. In his world, arguments meant endings. Not love. Walking away when he couldn't take it anymore, he left. No one noticed. Not at first. The weight of guilt outside. The night air felt colder than usual. Dylan walked aimlessly, thoughts racing, heart heavy. This is my fault. The words echoed again and again. A decision forms because if he hadn't brought Ray into their lives, none of this would have happened. No death, no cover up, no prison. A call for goodbye later. His phone rang. Or rather, he made the call. To April Windsor. April knows. Where are you? She asked, worry clear in her voice. Doesn't matter, Dylan replied. It mattered. She knew it did. The truth comes out. I'm leaving, he said. Silence. What? April whispered. I can't stay here. The confession, then came the words that changed everything. I sent a letter to the police. April's breath caught. What kind of letter? Dylan closed his eyes. I told them I killed Ray. Shock and fear. You didn't. April cried. But Dylan shook his head, even though she couldn't see him. It's better this way. No, it's not. A boy who blames himself. They'll stop going after Paddy and Bear, Dylan said quietly. That's all that matters. But it wasn't true, and deep down he knew it. The bridge he stood on the edge of the village. On a bridge, overlooking darkness, fog creeping in, wrapping around him. Like the past he couldn't escape. April's plea, come home, April begged. We'll figure it out. But Dylan shook his head again. You don't fix things like this. A final goodbye. I'm sorry, he said. Don't do this, April cried. But the call ended. Gone by the time anyone realized he was missing. It was too late. Panic in the village. Back at the house, chaos erupted. Where is he? Mandy asked. Paddy's face fell. Because he knew. Or at least, he feared. The letter, and somewhere, already on its way, was Dylan's confession. A lie. A sacrifice. A decision that could destroy his future. The aftermath. The village searched, called his name, hoped, prayed. A flicker of hope because Dylan wasn't a bad kid. He was a good one, who made a terrible choice. And good people, sometimes they come back. Sometimes they don't. Final scene. As the fog rolled over the bridge, Dylan disappeared into the night, alone, afraid, but certain of one thing. He was doing the right thing.